I hope you all are safe at your home, right? Today we will complete the digestion of the food. Today we will discuss the digestion of the food, right? How the digestion of the food takes place. Obviously in alimentary canal, we had discussed in our previous two lectures that alimentary canal have various parts with the various gland. These gland release a various exocrine secretion which is called juice. These juice consist various enzymes which actually convert the complex food into the simplest food. So today we will discuss how which kind of complex food is actually converted into simple food and which type of simple food is actually exist in our body. Right, firstly we will start our digestion from the mouth, obviously, right? And mouth, you know that the salivary glands are present. There are three salivary glands are present: the parotid, the submaxillary and sublingual below the tongue. These glands actually release a secretion is called the saliva, and the saliva is actually consist in enzyme is called the salivary amylase. When you take a complex food, you put a complex food into your mouth onto your buccal cavity, then the saliva is released from the salivary glands, and this saliva has a pH 6.8. It means it is alkaline in nature. I had told you that in our mouth the time period of food putting of food is very less, so that the digestion of food takes place. The carbohydrate digested only 30 to 40% in our mouth, right? The remaining carbohydrate is digested into the small intestine. Because the salivary amylase is enzyme which is useful or which is capable for the digestion of carbohydrate. It means in our mouth only carbohydrate is digested. Remaining part of food, remaining nutrient of food does not start digested in our mouth. Simply the starch or the carbohydrate which is present in your food, in the presence of salivary amylase, is converted into a simple starch is called maltose simply, right? Next, our food goes in the form of bolus from the pharynx through the esophagus into the stomach. In the pharynx and in the esophagus there is no digestive enzyme. It means there is no digestion of food takes place. Our food or our bolus goes into the stomach. Stomach wall have a special kind of gland is called the gastric gland, right? These gastric gland release their secretion is called the gastric juice simply, and this gastric juice consists the three type of enzyme that consists the three type of secretion, that is the HCl, that is the prorenin and pepsinogen. This is the composition of gastric juice. Due to the HCl, the environment of the stomach is acidic in nature. It means acidic environment is required for the digestion of protein in the stomach. These are two protein digestive enzymes, prorenin and pepsinogen. These are in inactive form until your stomach does not get food. Because why they are always survive in inactive form? If they are in active form, our wall of the stomach is made up of protein, then these enzymes start to digest the wall of the stomach. That's why actually the digestive enzymes are inactive form until they do not get the food. It means they are in inactive form until when the stomach does not get the food. When the stomach get the food, these food consist various nutrients, but the gastric juice digests only the protein part of your food, because these two enzymes are for the digestion of protein. It means in stomach, in the presence of HCl, this prorenin and this pepsinogen is converted into active form. Prorenin is converted into renin and pepsinogen is converted into pepsin in the presence of HCl. When they become active, they digest the protein. Protein is converted into simplest protein, proteases and peptide in the presence of pepsin, and this pepsin is formed from pepsinogen with the help of HCl. There is another milk protein is there in our body. This is the milk protein, and this milk protein is digested in the presence of renin, and renin is the active form of prorenin which is formed with the help of HCl, and this milk protein is converted into a casein protein. This is the simplest form of milk protein. right? After this, the food goes into the small intestine. Before it, small intestine also get the pancreatic juice from the pancreas. So the role of pancreatic juice is also important in our digestion of food. So third gland is the pancreas, and pancreas release their secretion is called pancreatic juice. Pancreatic juice. And this pancreatic juice also consists enzyme for the digestion of protein only, and this juice from the pancreas actually enter into the small intestine, because food does not goes into the pancreas from the stomach. Our food is goes into the small intestine from the stomach. Here the environment is acidic, so the food particle is actually called the chyme, you know that, and from here this chyme is enter into the small intestine, and the medium of the small intestine is alkaline. So the acidic food is now converted into alkaline food into the small intestine with the help of various alkaline juice which is secreted by the pancreas and intestine. So pancreas release pancreatic juice which consists the trypsinogen, chemotrypsinogen, carboxypeptidase. These are protein digestive enzymes which are also inactive. They become active when they enter into the small intestine. In the small intestine, there are various enzymes for the digestion of digestion of food particle. Firstly, the enterokinase. Firstly, the wall of intestine, small intestine, release an enzyme is called enterokinase. Actually, in the presence of this enzyme, this trypsinogen is converted into trypsin. And in the presence of trypsin, these two become active and work on protein and convert the protein particle into peptides and peptases, simple form of protein, right? In the presence of enterokinase. Instead of this, the small intestine and pancreatic juice also have lipase enzyme which convert the triglyceride fat molecule into the diglyceride and monoglyceride. So small intestine have various enzymes. For example, lipase. What is the function of lipase? Is convert the fat molecule lipase into the diglyceride and monoglyceride. Right? From liver, there is a secretion of bile is also takes place into the small intestine. So these glyceride and monoglyceride in the presence of bile is converted into fatty acid. This is the simplest form of fat. Instead of all these, there are intestinal amylase also. In the presence of amylase, there are various different type of amylase. For example, maltase, galactase and lactase, right? So maltose, which is the simplest form of carbohydrate, in the presence of enzyme maltase is converted into glucose, because glucose is the simplest form of carbohydrate and our body is use glucose as a source of energy. Similarly, there are lactose, this is the milk sugar, in the presence of lactase is also converted into glucose, and galactose, these galactose is further converted into glucose. Next is your sucrose, this is your fruit sugar present in the fruits, in the presence of sucrase is also converted into the two molecules of glucose. So this is the digestion of carbohydrate, this is the digestion of fat and protein digested with the help of these enzymes. There are few other enzymes are also present. Nucleoside, which is made up of inorganic phosphate and nucleic acid, so they are in the presence of nucleosidase. They are converted into nucleotide, and inorganic phosphate. These nucleotide again become simplified in the presence of nucleotidase in the nitrogen bases and inorganic phosphate. And our complex food material of your food is the either it is a protein, it is a nitrogen bases, it is a amylase, carbohydrate, it is a fat molecule. All these are simplified in the small intestine. You know that the maximum digestion of food takes place into the small intestine, and after the small intestine, these part of food, the glucose, the fatty acid, all are dissolved into the blood and goes into the target site for the assimilation simply, and provide the energy for the various metabolic activities in your body. And the remaining part of food which are not digested goes into the small intestine, and with the help of small intestine and anus, it remove out or excrete out from your body simply. So this is all about the digestion. Digestion is the intake of the food, the breakdown of the food, and the assimilation of the food. This is all about the digestion. In our next lecture, we will discuss our new system is the respiratory system. Thank you, 10 class.